Yeah. We just gonna spit on this one. Yo. Hey. I don't get writer's block, I just write them out. I'm crisp like a Sprite when it's hot. This and you might just get dropped. Like it or not, I'm a likable guy, I'm psyching them out. I was fighting in lots while you were just cycling thoughts. You a dyke in the box, so now listen. The way you pitching, you gon' need more than a mound visit. You sound timid and I don't kick it with round midgets. That hound misses, I found this is the way losers acting around misfits. Pound for pound, I'm the listing. You can bounce and get dismissed, clown, get this. Couldn't walk a mile wearing my Fitbit. Competition is non-existent, and you ain't worth the honorable mention. It hurts cause you don't wanna listen. Certainly I'm on a mission. Bone picking lame cats with face tats that I can't tell the difference in. Splitting images, depicting sentiments and lifestyles they never lived within. These cats are children, men, depending on ill wills and pills again. Tell me I don't wanna sell, because it's on my own terms. W or L, whether I succeed or fail. No plan to see you in hell. He can tell, stick around or he can bail. It don't matter to me cause I'ma eat as well. You can get yours in, it's important. I'ma get mine, not interdependent, cause wealth is not a fixed pie. Meaning you blaming your lack of success on another while you sit and do nothing is for losers and suckers, my brother. Man, just sitting here thinking, if I could just like rap like that every single track, I thoroughly enjoy rap a lot more than what I do now. It seems like so many cats really have downgraded in terms of rhyme schemes and lyricism, but let's get back into it. I'm more than a rare exception, you can't compare him. I'm fly as Tuskegee Airman. My patience is as thin as her pens. You find a sucker cat that's talking smack and I'll just dare him. Come at me sideways, attacking, I'm pushing back your chin. I know you sour, you adhere to fear, and I'm overpowered like Jiren or Beerus. You delirious, seriously, you a joke or half Oxycontin. Better yet, you a moron and knock the Oxycontin, not the likes of mine. I remember sitting back laughing, hoping that I get signed. Now I own my own tracks, riding waves of the hype of mine. Popular and dirt poor broke, that ain't my type of grind. If I got starter talent, then why would I wanna ride the pine? Pipe it down, listen closely. I'm on the floor, you in the nosebleeds. That's cause I spent my days with no sleep. You fools know me, and low key, you little bro sheep. A little bo peep, you like a vicious dog with no teeth. And I'm an animal that's off the handle. Standing on the mantle, rap game, John Randall, opposition manhandle. You can't light a dang candle on a sandhill with 20 matches and a handbill. You ain't got nan skill. You see these jokers, yeah, they mediocre. Don't get your hopes up. A contradiction like an old pup. I'm pulling cards like Ilyasova from Deep Plain, Minnesota. Indeed, I'm a Timberwolf, and you just a mini crook. Won't let you off any hook. And plenty rooks thinking that they can get me shook, but on top of the scoring title, I'm locking up like Michael, the Jordan, and beforehand, I had the floor plan and the door hinge, so they adore him.
What up, what up, what up? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Jay and Cannon. I am Cannon Hotep, and I'm joined with Jay Pylon. What's going on, Jay? How you feeling tonight?
Take myself off mute. I'm doing good. Good to see you, Cannon. How you living?
I'm good. Can't complain. Yeah, sorry we doing this so late in the week. People, we were supposed to do this Tuesday, but I had to go to Roanoke, Virginia, and pick up a boat, so I had to leave Tuesday night. Because I'd be damned if I was going to be stuck in traffic all day on Wednesday.
Well, look, we got in where we can fit in. This is like the Hotep's been told you after party over here on the stream right now. So it's going down. Was good to the chat. Was good, people. Appreciate you for coming through.
Straight up.
Trying out this Alani candy apple. I don't know. Can you see that? The candy apple
okay.
energy drink.
Yeah.
It's awfully sweet, but I'm liking it.
Well, you got to have all the sugar in there with the caffeine. You know how that go. I'm happy y'all could join us. I'm happy y'all could join us. If you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon, and let you know when we got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we're live. Help us beat this algorithm. If you're here catching the replay, leave a comment. Let us know how we doing. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, anyway, let's get into this. So, We were just talking before we got on the air. And first off, let me say this, because ain't nobody give my baby some love. Nobody gave my Angela Lansbury, so near and dear to my heart, passed away at the age of 96.
Man,
I remember many a night sitting down watching Murder, She Wrote with my grandmother.
Yeah.
Fun fact, yo, I thought Angela Lansbury was like this little old lady. She was like 5'8".
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw her was when I went to the Nickelodeon so I could check out that movie called Gaslight.
Yeah.
And then I also saw her in another movie called The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Okay.
And she did really good. Before that, I think that she was on stage singing and dancing. And she has a workout tape that I have on VHS.
Oh wow.
So if you go by my Twitter page and you can pull up the little tribute video, that's from her video. You can play that on here if you want to.
Long Tongue Son says Cannon loved bed knobs and broomsticks. It wasn't a bad movie. Yeah, she was in there.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I just remember her catalog like from the 1940s, all that new stuff.
Yeah.
Bed knobs and broomsticks came out like in the 60s.
She was a looker back in the day, wasn't she? But yeah, I remember we used to watch it all the time. I thought that she was like short, like, you know, like a little old lady. She was tall as shit for a woman. 5'8". You know.
I don't know how tall she
was. I broke my foot like a couple of years ago, and Hulu had Murder, She Wrote on there. So I was like, I got all nostalgic. So I started watching Murder, She Wrote again, and then I was like, damn, she just as tall as her male counterparts. And I looked at it, I was like, damn, she was all right. She was tall. But
she had a voice.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, if you can pull it up on my Twitter. It's just at the top of it somewhere.
Is it really? Hold up, let me go over there real quick.
Jay Pylon on Twitter.
Hey, if y'all not following Jay on Twitter, what is y'all doing?
It's all good though if you're not though. I've got a good solid group of folks that are in there though. We got Cannon, I got Jimmy. There's a small group of people. At least I know I don't have any bots. Every time I post something or I talk to anybody in that
chat, here you go, right
Twitter,
here.
I know it's real people.
Oh, hold on, let me get to the right one.
Just good people. She was in a Jack the Ripper movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah, was it the time travel one or the other one?
Oh snap! She was on her she was on her OnlyFans thing before OnlyFans was OnlyFans, huh?
That's I don't know if they can hear it. Can they hear it? So that was in my private. No, J Pylon 3 on Twitter, and also my YouTube channel too.
It's just not coming through as loud. That is hilarious. Anyway, enough of the Angela Lansbury soft porn. We're gonna go ahead and transition.
I got this on VHS. I just wanted to post it up.
Hey, she lived to 96, so she was doing something right, man.
Yeah,
she was doing something right.
I think that's like what they call it, tantric yoga or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Into.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My man Jimmy Doss with the 1999 super chat. I appreciate you, Jimmy. Not to mention, Jimmy has been a awesome direct dono supporter as well. If you want to donate direct to the channel, is my Cash App $ Cannon Hotep. Jimmy, K Stacks, Natalie McLendon, they all got Jimmy got his, K's is in the mail, Natalie's will be in the mail tomorrow. You guys will see me wear the Hotep t-shirt. Made by yours truly. I know. Hold your applause. So for their direct dono support, they got one. You too can have one if you would like. If you donate directly to me, Cash App, $ Cannon Hotep. Anything $25 or more, I'll send you the t-shirt. Once you do the direct dono, you send me an email and name, address, and shirt size. And if you want a black shirt with silver lettering or a white shirt with black lettering, and I'll get that out to you as a thank you for supporting the channel. Anyway, had to get the grift out there. Jimmy says, salute. Good to be here. We appreciate you for being here, Jimmy. Who else we got in the chat today? We got Nicole B in the building. What's going on, Nicole? We got Latina for Freedom. What's going on? Always good to see you. Protocol back in the building. What's going on, Protocol? I'm happy to get back. Natasha Kayleen, always great to see Natasha in here. Plus, we got Insight of the Ages. I'm happy you could join us, Insight of the Ages. Let me see. Is that Cannon rapping? No, that is Eric July. Eric July. Shout out to Eric July because he is doing this thing with his ISOM comic. I did finish it up. I'm gonna do a review on it a little later on, but I don't want to be the person to spoil the book, for people who ain't got it yet.
Oh yeah.
All I know is I'm looking forward to issue number 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2, the sequel to be continued, so we can continue that awesome story that he's got.
Exactly. LP in the building. What's going on, LP? Long Tongue Son in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Who else we got? I think we got everybody.
Sauce. Did you get Sauce?
Oh, Sauce, my man. Sauce in the building. How can I forget Sauce? Sauce the prophet in the building. He says Hotep. All right, let's do this. So, man, guys, there's a lot of shit going. There's a lot of death happening, right? Like, it's just a lot of ominous just death happening. So, they mentioned it on Hotep's Been Told You. There was a shooting in Raleigh, North Carolina. You can see the screen, right, Jay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, breaking from New York Times. At least five people were fatally shot, including an off-duty police officer in Raleigh, North Carolina. The authorities said the suspect was contained. So, another news outlet said that the suspect was this is the one we got to do the whole. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and where is it? Right here. Get out of that. Let's go to AP. So the suspect has been arrested. Let's make this bigger for you guys so you can read it with us. So a gunman opened fire. Jeez, it's Mary and Joseph. I don't want to join anything. Get away. A gunman opened fire along a walking trail in North Carolina's capital city on Thursday, killing 5 people before leading police on an hours-long manhunt that forced residents across multiple neighborhoods to take shelter in their homes. Raleigh Mayor Mary Ann Baldwin told reporters that multiple people were shot on the Neuse River Greenway around 5 p.m. and that an off-duty police officer was amongst those killed. She said at least 2 others were taken to hospitals, including another police officer. Officers from numerous law enforcement agencies swarmed the area, closing roads and warning residents to stay inside while they searched for the gunman. Officers eventually contained the suspect in the residence before arresting him. Sometime before 10 p.m., authorities said the suspect's identity and motive weren't released by investigators. And then, they got to start doing their thing. We must stop this mindless violence in America. We must address gun violence, the mayor said.
Could have been skilled with his vehicle or his, a sword. And they wouldn't have said that, would they?
No. We got to do something about this gun violence.
It's like the old standard scapegoat. Oh, what tool did he use? See, it was that tool, that specific tool.
Right. So, I guess more information will come out, I'm sure, because apparently it was a white guy and he had a long gun. So we're going to get a manifesto and some more shit, I guarantee it. We'll cover the story as, the situation becomes more clear and it unfolds. Yes, that's right. But that's the crazy part is, and you also brought up a Las Vegas shooting, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was like just nonstop. Yesterday, from yesterday to today, it's been all these officer down situations. We had Las Vegas, Mississippi, North Carolina, PA, and what was the other spot?
Connecticut. So this
one
in Las Vegas. Let's see this. Let's hear this real quick.
Back here at the Thomas and Mack, John Sandler with you Rebels. Our special guest.
What are we gonna do? What in the world is going on with all of these? Oh, we can skip that. Perfect.
Officer Trong Tai has been killed in the line of duty.
Yeah, hey, good morning, Faven. Good morning, Jason. So, pretty sad morning here at Metro. As you said, we heard from Sheriff Joe Lombardo about Officer Trong Tai. He's been with Metro for over 20 years, has dedicated his life to public service, and he was
ready to retire.
Incident overnight. So, what we know so far details are limited right now. We'll know more in about 72 hours when they do their officer-involved shooting briefing in 72 hours. This is according to Sheriff Joe Lombardo. But we know that this started as a domestic dispute, and Trung and Officer Ty was there, and then he was killed in the line of duty. We know right now that he died at Sunrise Hospital. Sheriff Joe Lombardo kind of spoke on this a little bit because this same area, which is the 800 block of East Flamingo Road, he said that there was a officer-involved shooting just last month at that same exact area.
Damn.
He says that's an area that they're looking at. That's an area of concern. But he also says there's an overall concern about a trend of more officers seeing more violence, more officers being shot at, and more officers being attacked. So he said that's something that that they'll be looking at, and that's something that we'll learn more information about. But he does say that that is a concern among Metro officers right now. So again, what we know so far, again, it is limited. We'll learn about more about it in about 72 hours during a briefing then. But Officer Trung Ty was shot in the line of duty today. So of course we're going to be getting the updates and sharing them with everyone as soon as we get more. But Faven and Jason, I'll send it back to you guys.
Damn. 20 years on the job. He was ready to retire. He was ready to hang it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I heard what she said about, they said that this is on the uptick. It's on the rise. Well, we just seeing this unfold nationwide right now with all multiple areas all having basically the same type of an incident where the officers are getting shot up.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is crazy. Like, for example, right, Sauce, he brought up a 18-year-old got popped and the shooters were just unloading after he was already done for. Yeah, that video is real graphic. I seen that on IG. They caught him at like I guess he was like a crosswalker, like right on. They just both of them was unloading him. When he hit the ground, the other one just walked up on him, just started pop, just letting off in his head, man. And then just walked off.
It was an officer?
No, it was a kid. It was just, I don't know what it was about. It was two dudes walked up on Yo. They shot him. They kept shooting him, and when he was down already,
that was the other Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Philly they were saying there's just shootings every day. That it's going ham over there right now.
Yeah.
And then they had the officers getting hit out there too.
Right. You know what I mean? And then we got this one here with such a pretty woman. Officer Maisha Stewart, Greenville, Mississippi. Police officer was shot to death and several other people were injured by gunfire Tuesday night in the Mississippi Delta. Community is hurting Detective Maisha Stewart, third officer killed in the line of duty in Mississippi this year in Mississippi. Damn. Greenville Police Department Detective Maisha Stewart was killed as she and other officers responded to a call, according to Mississippi Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall. He provided no other details about the circumstances of Stewart's killing, including whether a suspect has been identified. It's crazy.
Yeah, they got the suspect in custody, I believe, but they haven't released him. They haven't released that suspect's name, mugshot yet. Right.
See, the thing is, right, people, now we all know it's election year, right? And for some reason, some odd reason, during election years, this shit ramps up, right? This shit ramps up, and it's just sad. But the thing about it is, you always gotta keep your head on the swivel, especially nowadays. We in some strange end times right now, and you gotta be aware of your surroundings. You gotta protect your neck. You gotta be careful. Like, as you see, these officers were gunned down, which like I tell people all the time. Yeah, I carry every day. I'm strapped every day. But guess what? It's also situational awareness. It's also the way you train. Right? It's not good enough just to have a gun. You got to know how to, the difference between cover and concealment. You got to know your firearm. You got to make sure that you know that you can trust it. As far as it's always going to function. It's not going to fail on you. You got to know how to stay in the fight. You know what I mean? Different tactics, stuff like that. But most of all, situational awareness.
Yeah, that's the main key.
Just because you got a gun don't mean you're gonna make exactly. Just because you got a gun don't mean you guaranteed to come home. It gives you a better opportunity. It gives you a better chance to. Gives you a fighting chance. But this is sad. Like, we're in some crazy, strange times. You know what I mean? Like, I keep a vest in my truck. People think it's crazy, but I do. I do, because look what the fuck's happening right now.
Right. And it's the same with being able to fight and defend yourself, and being strong. But the other person having some kind of weapon or coming up from behind you, that'll just take you right out.
Right.
Same thing.
Hey, look at this shit right here, right?
Boxers and a couple of Muay Thai guys.
11 hours ago, out of nowhere. Just I don't know who this is. Right, Nina Turner. I don't know who she is.
Oh yeah, she's. I guess she's
Educator,
really popular.
activist, senior
followed by
fellow at
half of the community.
Race Power Policy, of course, former senator. So no one needs an AR-15. 11 hours ago.
Needs with it.
Say it again.
Italicized. I'm just looking at how
Yeah.
she just trying to be slick with the
Right.
needs part in italics.
Right.
Um,
And it's and shout out to Nicole Pinkston. She says, but it's not a bill of needs. You know what I mean? But she right. I had to do me. I said shit. You know what I mean? Me strapped up with my AR in my hand.
that was your response.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Like,
did those leftists get mad when they saw it?
Right.
No, they haven't left. Did they leave you alone for right now?
Ain't nobody said shit yet. You know what I mean?
That's nice. They probably got you buried under there somewhere.
I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? Y'all notice the
Clean.
notice the off whites. You'll see the off whites on the
Yeah.
feet right there. I gotta keep it kind of fly a little bit. But
Let
I
'em know
mean,
what time it is.
it's like they telegraph everything. But you got to protect your neck, people out here. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You never know when and when you gonna get tested. You know what I mean? Or when your life's gonna be on the line. And Coley on the Wall said it. He said, yeah, it may be a 99% chance that you don't need your firearm, right?
Mm.
But he said, but when that 1% happen, it's 100% that you're gonna need it. You know what I mean? And this shit is this like the happenings, the goings-ons is sad. You know what I mean? Like in Raleigh, you can carry your gun. It's I don't know if North Carolina's constitutional carry, but you can. It's easy to get your handgun. We know that the shooter had a long gun. You know what I mean? But I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's rifle. I don't know if that's shotgun. But they say he had a long gun. He's a white man, right? So I'm sure we're going to start to hear a bunch of shit about it, especially if he shot.
That's the kufi on tight right now.
Yeah.
Midterms, random acts of violence, and then is something else in the water, or something else being pushed out there, with something else being a treadstone.
Right.
I have no idea, but it sure is bizarre that all of a sudden, out the blue, all this officers being attacked left and right like that.
My man Jabari Jeter with the $5 super chat.
Appreciate you, Jabari.
He said, as Cure Hip Hop Rip on Twitter used to say, the demons are unleashed.
Yeah, right.
Bruh, like, people don't understand that, right? So there was some people arguing in my IG about, I posted Jordan Peterson saying, good, being dangerous but controlled, or being dangerous but disciplined, right? And he had made mention to God making good and evil, or making creating evil, right? So somebody said, well, God created good and evil, and then they arguing about the shit. But what people fail to realize, right, is that God made a deal with the devil that he could not directly influence his children, but indirectly influence his children, right? There's something I want everybody to listen to. We're gonna play it at the end of the stream. Actually, you know what? Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now while it's on my mind. Let's see. And shout out to my father, because he the one that let me listen to it. It's from back in like the 50s or some shit like that, yo. But it let me see. Here we go. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. A guy by the name of Paul Harvey. Right?
Oh yeah.
You know Paul Harvey? All right, so I want y'all to listen to this real quick.
If I were the devil, If I were the devil, if I were the prince of darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And I'd have a third of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set about, however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve, do as you please. To the young, I would whisper that the Bible is a myth. I would convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I would confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors in how to make lurid literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and uninteresting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to refine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. Soon I could evict God from the courthouse, then from the schoolhouse, and then from the houses of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. If I were the devil, I'd make the symbol of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle. If I were the devil, I'd take from those who have and give to those who wanted until I had killed the incentive of the ambitious. And what'll you bet? I couldn't get whole states to promote gambling as the way to get rich. I would caution against extremes in hard work, in patriotism, in moral conduct.
What?
I would convince the young that marriage is old-fashioned, that swinging is more fun, that what you see on TV is the way to be. And thus I could undress you in public, and I could lure you into bed with diseases for which there is no cure. In other words, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing. Paul Harvey.
Man, when I heard, my father sent me that at like 2 in the morning one day, right? So you gotta listen to this. 2 in the morning. I'm damn near half asleep. I don't know I was still up, but I seen it. And I listened to it, yo, and that shit sent chills. Because you see that shit.
First time you heard it?
Yeah, it was the first time I heard it at the time. Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like he was spitting. He was spitting. And this was in 1956?
60.
Or was it 65? 1965.
Yeah.
Bro. And we see it manifesting today. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, every single last thing, right? Every single last one.
Shit is crazy, man, and it's sad. You know, like I said, guys, you gotta protect your neck out here. We in the last time. My father was talking about it after I got off my stream earlier today. Yo, we in the last days, yo.
Yeah, the pastors that were telling you and the movies that were telling you that all this stuff was coming, and here we are living in it. They got the hand scanner is coming out. It's Amazon's hand scanner is ready. As soon as Billy Gates and them other jokers say the word go, they're gonna be like, get your chip. If you're not chipped,
bruh, and like check it, right?
They're gonna take away everything if you're not chipped.
Yeah, and the funny part is, like, when we're talking about the Yameen, right? And you know, the company coming out saying that the Yameen, oh yeah, we never tested it. We never tested it to see if it was, you know, it was actually going to stop anything, right? It doesn't. You know, like Hotep's been telling you. You know what I mean? Like Hotep's been telling you. Like Dr. Tanai Ricks been telling you. You feel me? And
Yeah.
we were talking about it,
Just-
and me
We
and
all
my,
just have way too much time on our hands.
right. And my dad has said it before, and I had said it as well. I agreed with him. It was never made to stop anything. It was made as a test. That shit was made as a test run. That shit was made to see how many people would comply when the real mark is released onto the people.
Heck yeah. Comply or die.
Comply or die. You
Same
saw
old
what
motto.
happened. You saw what happened. Some people couldn't get on planes. Some people couldn't get on planes without that yammy. Some people lost their jobs because of that yammy. Right? And it says it says it in the Bible, like you gonna have to take the mark in order to do anything. Right? And I think it was just a test run to see. You even had churches. You had like my church. They were like, if you ain't got the yammy, you can't come. You can watch us on TV, yo. But you can't come and you know.
They fell for the okie doke.
Yeah, but like so many churches. Like so many churches who promote, you know, trust in God, you know. Trust and never
Full
doubt
armor of God.
Yeah, trust and never doubt he surely bring you out until that metal was tested and they all cowered down. You know, and it's you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like we see this shit. Like and then I don't know if you know like about the Euphrates River where they said like once the Euphrates River dries up, like the beast or whatever will be released or whatever it is. Right? Did y'all have y'all seen it?
Yeah,
Have y'all seen the Euphrates River? That motherfucker is damn near done. Let me see if I can't. I don't even know how to spell Euphrates. Here we go. Let me see. Like this is what this shit look like right now. This was what the Euphrates River is looking. Oh, come on with this nonsense. The times. Anyway, let's do this. This is what the Euphrates River is looking like right now. That's what it's looking like right now. That's what it's looking like right now. You see all this shit that used to be water. That thing is damn near dry. People keep playing if they want to. You know what I mean? Like you just said, your father just brought you your iodine tablets, right? I got some, but I need to get more.
I think before the stream started, I was saying my pops brought over the potassium iodide and said, "Here you go, son, in case anything goes down, you got them." And I've already got I've got the cases of water. The room is just getting cases and cases of water in it.
Right. Jabari gonna say Euphrates. Hold on, I gotta refresh this. There we go. Come on, yo, get off my accent, bro. But yeah, you know, damn, my bad. Anyway, but yeah, this shit drying all the way up. You know, man. Derna 1804 says, I guess it was plain to see then, and it has gotten it's gotten harder for every generation since. That's fact. She's talking. Derna's talking about the Paul Harvey quote or Paul Harvey word. Bro, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. You know, water wars. Yeah. You notice like how some of them, like I forgot what I was watching, but you notice how like the new Black Panther movie, like they fighting in water, right? Then you got fucking the new Avatar movie, like they fighting in water. You know, like I don't know, this is something interesting, you know.
I think they're telling us to watch the water.
Yeah. So I said, I saw something saying that the Mississippi River was drying up.
Yeah.
Jabari Judah says Most Def had a song back in the day called New World Water. Yeah, that shit was deep. That was on his was it Black on Both Sides album? This guy Lead and Stinking It, New World Water. Push the water table lopside. Got the fish looking cockeyed. Used to be free, now it costs you a fee. Cause it's all about getting that cash money. Yeah, I remember that song. That was my shit right there. That album was dope.
They were asking in the chat earlier if you can If you can rap, Cannon, you have some bars in you
I ain't got no bars. I got family that can spit.
that can spit. Okay, so
Yeah,
the
but
cousins, right?
Yeah, the
Was
cousins.
it Rocky and them? Or what?
Rocky D, my cousin Snick Davis,
D.
my
Right.
cousin Greenspan 401. They some true MCs. I ain't got.
That's what's up.
I ain't got
Could
that.
your pops spit a couple bars, or your brother?
Nah. My father, he funny though. You let my father talk long enough, he is hilarious. I had to cut that fucking stream short today because he would, if I'd have let him keep going, he would have said some shit that have got my shit suspended today.
I know he said Jabari's people for a second. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit. Let me go ahead and end this right now before my channel gone before I get to fucking Annapolis.
I heard that.
we got Hunch the Dirty Roofer in the building saying, just remember, if you are close enough to see the 9 p.m. sunrise, then you are just close. So crack a beer and let it happen. Oh shit. Long Tongue Son says soul assassin, poor righteous teachers. Yeah. Boogie Monsters spoke on this in the 90s.
Remember the Roots were a part of that little collective at one point before they all sold out. The Roots, Soul Assassins, Poor Righteous Teachers. But that takes you back to the conscious rap era. Yeah. Jimmy
said he liked Pops this morning. Yo, my father, he based, Joe. You know, he based. He it's funny, right? Because I'm the one that kind of red pilled him. And now, like, that's all he do is watch this. He be, send me some more shit. Send me some more stuff. That's how he be.
But he started finding out some stuff, huh?
Yeah.
My dad is a big Russell Brand fan, but he keeps forgetting his name, and he watches a lot of Russell Brand, so he always says, you know that British guy, right? I was watching his video the other day, and I said, yeah, I know what he's. Because you know those characters like that, they'll come up with stuff that's like 3, 4, 5 days late when they're talking about it. But my dad will be like, "Oh, did you find out about this and that?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I've been knowing about that since the second it happened." But yeah, go ahead.
Right, because even like, and let's touch on it real quick. So, like, even with like so Alex Jones, right? Did y'all know they ruled that he has to pay $965 million to the family members of Sandy Hook, which we all know, and like I said last night in my stream, it's a political hit job. This is to make an example of him, to assassinate his character, to discredit him, right? Like, you know, if I've been watching Alex Jones for a long time, right? I even like around the same time when all of that stuff was happening with that school, right? And that whole situation. But I was even researching that shit before I even found Alex Jones, right? That whole situation that happened, right? And I got questions to this day.
Oh yeah.
My father thought I was crazy. This is what red pilled my dad. He thought I was nuts. He cussed me out in his office. You crazy. Why would you think that? So I sent him some shit. I went to his office the next day, just before I was back working there, and he goes, I was like, so what you think of what I sent you? He goes, it's interesting. I ain't gonna say nobody didn't expire, but I got some fucking questions now. Something don't seem right. Right? And that's all Jones was saying. The whole time he was calling it a Fugazi banner.
Right.
And people don't know the difference between a Fugazi banner and something not happening, because you can have a Fugazi banner where people are collateral damage, right? Just to get an agenda across. You know what I mean? So like, but even then he did, he apologized and all that other stuff. I even watched the one when he did it. But they brought this shit back up like a cold case, like I said last night, and they did it only to damage him and bankrupt him. Now, I'm sure in any other circumstance, I wouldn't think he would even have to pay remotely close to that, but I don't know. They want to make an example of him. You know what I mean? And I said it yesterday, right? Well, last night, like, the government can't do that. The government can't touch him on that, right? Because of the Constitution. But the government can, by proxy, fund some groups that could go after him. right? And I believe that's what happened. You know what I mean? Groups that got nothing but time and resources.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's sad that they're trying to make an example of him, but they want to put his head on the pike as a warning to all the rest of the, you know, the people that go against the status quo, all the people that go against the official narratives, right? All the people that buck the system to keep them in line, keep us in line. Because make no mistake, y'all, it's gonna be more people that's gonna go by the wayside. More people are gonna get their channels canceled, or they're gonna get canceled, or they're gonna get bankrupt, right? It's gonna happen if they stand, you know, stand tall. And I plan on standing tall. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, but the shit that happened to him is just crazy. And we're starting to see it more now, because now what is it, guys? It's an election season. This is going to go into our other topic. So that day in January.
So I said he's gonna be Morpheus by the time he's 50.
You know, let me go ahead and read these. Let me read these.
That was a funny one, though.
Let me go over and read these real quick. Where we at? Natasha says, shout out to Pops. So Natasha heard the Paul Harvey thing a few months ago in Bible class. That's what's up. Hotep Pop says, my pops used to listen to this cat all the time. Just a chick, welcome. Definitely grew up on this. That's what. Okay. So a lot of y'all heard my man's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know the rest.
Do what thou wilt, Alistair. Oh, okay. Yeah, we gonna have to touch on Crowley, yo, in the Kufi on Tight segments, yo.
You doing the Kufi on Tight over there on Rumble?
Yeah, we had to do it on Rumble, bro.
Somebody text me or typed me something up that was like, "Are you gonna be on Kufi on Tight?" I didn't know what they was talking about.
Oh,
I went back and looked at your video.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you was talking about doing a stream called."
Yeah, Kufi on Tight. That's some shit we gotta do on
like,
Rumble.
oh, okay.
We can't do it over here. We had to do something
like,
on
what are you talking
Alistair
about,
Crowley,
Kufi on
bro. Sauce says that motherfucker spitting. Yeah, he was, bro. You know what I mean? Sauce said it gave him an uneasy feeling because of how accurate it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo. Shit is crazy. It's how I felt. Chills, yo. I listened to it a couple of times. You know what I mean? You know. You see. Derna says, I will never eat at another restaurant in NYC again so long as I live, because they went along with that. I hear that. Remember what we were saying? What was we saying? Like, that shit was the new whites only. Right?
That was dirty.
That shit was the new whites only. Like,
then you take your little muzzle off when you sit down, and it's like, okay, what happened to the buggy bugs?
you don't got your yammy.
They vanished.
You don't got the yammy. Go round back. you gotta pick up your food from the back. Shit was crazy. Man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know.
Doing the most, and people were just going along with it.
Yeah. Let me see what we got here.
I remember there was one guy at the store. I was over there at the Target, and he wasn't having any of it. He was going off. He was like, "See, this is why y'all are sheeple." He was just going in.
I guarantee it.
I was like, you
enough.
know what? I 100% believe everything this dude is talking about, but I didn't rock any of the stuff, and I didn't make no scenes out there. I just kept it moving. But I look at the people like, boy, y'all crazy.
You should see. I remember me and
Seeker, but he was in there like, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all sheep what to do.
Not this past Hotep weekend, the one the year before. Me and Doe, president of Hotep Nation, we went up to Walmart, and we ain't wear no muzzles. And people was looking at us like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Somebody said something to us, but we still ain't put the shit on. Same thing when we all went to the hotel to do our promos and shit like that, to the casinos. Yo, you should have seen. Security was on us like we was like in there to do harm to people. They followed us the entire time, and then when they finally caught up to us, you gotta put your muzzle on. It was like, man, we getting out of here. It's just crazy.
That's the test run. That's the test run for the chip.
Yeah,
that's
definitely. That's all it is.
Test run
it's a
for
test
the chip
run
to see how much you sheep will comply.
That's right.
Comply or die. Because see that you can see physically.
Right.
When everyone gets this chip in their hand, you ain't gonna be able to see that physically.
Right.
And so when you go up to the store, before you even get in, you're probably going to have to wave your hand over the wand or let it read the one in your head before you go up in there.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, well, how come you just don't get it? What, you're a part of what? You know, they're going to ask, why aren't you like doing what everyone else is doing? It'll be another example of the ostracization that they put on the masses, the social stigma, you know, the group think, and people will fall in line because they'll have to.
You know, it's funny. My father had a Kufi on type moment today. He's like, you see how they coming out with all this UFO shit? He said, what I think they're going to do, right? They're going to have some bullshit UFO thing. And they're going to say, well, we got to be able to differentiate. They're among us. They're walking among us. And we got to be able to differentiate us from them. So you got to you got to get this shit. You got to get this.
Hard with that one.
You got to put this chip in your hand.
Oh,
so we know who.
That's a good idea.
I was like, dang, that's a good theory. That's a good theory.
It's like that movie V. Do you remember that TV series V when they started ripping their faces and they were the lizard people underneath? Oh, man. That was a good one too.
Natasha says Russell Brand is good. Yeah, Russell Brand. Like if you go back and watch his videos, you can see his growth, where he went from like left to like slightly left to center to now he's like, all right, this shit. Like now he questioning shit. And now they trying to get his ass out of there too now.
Yeah, maybe unless he's controlled ops.
That's true. Derna says no one knows when the world will end, but our own judgment day is always close at hand. Woo, that's a bar. I'm sorry, Darren. I gotta put that on. I gotta take that. Oh, that's a bar.
Tasha didn't wear her face diaper to the library. Goodness.
That is a bar. But yeah, the jury went Dr. Evil on Alex. That's exactly right. They did. They definitely did.
His wife was. Did you see his wife?
Nah.
His ex-wife. I mean, his ex-wife. Also, he's married now to a yoga instructor, blonde. And his ex-wife, she looked like she was a lib, and she was talking greasy. She was like, "Yeah, he's a liar, and this, that, and the third. Yeah. I'm glad this happened to him." I was like, "Goodness."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that Uncle. I'm gonna have to get the Uncle Hotep tweet still music.
Oh, so you can get those tweets off.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, let's get to this topic real quick before we get into our final one. Quantum Leap, yo. Let's go on to Quantum Leap. I watched the first 2 episodes. The first episode I didn't think was that bad. The second episode, and I'm like, okay, all right. So I that's when it started, like, kind of like, you know what? It just didn't. It was kind of not sitting with me right. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know why they making the guy that's supposed to be the smartest man in the room the dumbest man. Like, oh, he lost his memory, and now the woman has to save him every single time. Like, what's your problem with it?
So we're talking to the chat. We're talking Quantum Leap. We're talking Quantum Leap. We're talking the new updated follow-up series. They still do callbacks to the original series, only they do it poorly. They talk about Sam Beckett. Yeah. The original 1980s, 1990s Quantum Leap series, I think it came out in 89 or 90. I think it was 89 though. And it was a classic series. And I binge watched it, you know, or hold up. I watched all the episodes as they came out. Mm-hmm. And now I'm taking my wife through it, binge watching it, and we're almost finished with it. We're on the final season. So
of the old Quantum Leap. Yeah.
You say what, Ken?
Oh, the old Quantum Leap, right?
Right, the original one. Right. So the original one, so that we're well aware of the source material. And the new series, you know what, to be expected. I was thinking that the new series would be worse than it is, but the new series doesn't understand its source material, and its source material should be getting to understand yourself in the environment that you're in. And they spend too much time at the Quantum Leap facility trying to understand things like it's some kind of NCIS or some kind of like, blind spot or one of them shows.
That shit was reminding me
numbers.
It was reminding me of like Early Edition. Remember that show Early Edition?
Yeah.
When the guy the newspaper
they
and
just
shit.
have the cast is too many people.
Yeah.
It's too many people to keep track of, and they're doing it poorly. Like if you have a large cast, there's a certain way you can handle it,
Yeah.
and they don't know what they're doing at all. Period.
Like
And so,
like Jabari just said, does the new Quantum Leap have diversity hires in it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I always get the rainbow dude, but look,
Yeah.
look, it's got issues with itself because it doesn't follow the character that's back in time hardly ever. Like
Right.
we get with him for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then we're right back to some minuscule character crying about the fact that dude is back in time, and it's like, why are you the tech person over here shedding tears because dude is back in time? What does that have to do with anything?
Right.
Get back to the guy that's back in time so we can see his adventures. We can see him, and then the setup. So you saw the settings and you saw the first episode.
Yeah.
They were wearing skin tight shirts and had their hair low cut. That wasn't the 1980s.
That wasn't the
They were
1980s.
supposed to be in the 80s.
Yeah.
They didn't. Oh, and the girl, the black girl that was a part of the robbery setup too. She came in there and she was like, "Yo, we about to get this 6 milli." And I was like, "Oh, they didn't even talk like that back in the 80s." She would have come in there and said some crazy stuff like, "These turkeys think we're gonna be playing games. We're not." It would have been crazy stuff like that. It would have been slang for that time period.
Right.
And back in the day, the people would say stuff like Tyrannosaurus Rex and vegetables. Now we say veggies and T-Rex, and everything's shortened and dumbified and simplified down. It's not like it's just like y'all didn't pay attention to what. I can't wait to see them going into the 50s or 40s or something. I don't know what they're doing over there.
That shit is crazy, but I'm honestly so. I caught that stuff. I caught all of that. I saw like the little subtlety things where they're focusing too much on the present day and not enough of him wherever he is in time. But I try to put all of that aside and just watch it. And I'm entertained for right now. But I'm gonna finish the rest of the episodes up. I think it's like I only got to watch like 3 more episodes or something like that, right? So, I don't know. It's interesting, but it's not like the old one. It's not like the old one. You know what I mean? And they only call back to Sam Beckett or Scott Bakula like a couple of times, and not like it's not enough to where as though it would have made the show a little more interesting if they did try to tie it in better.
I don't really think that they know what they're doing.
They don't.
But I think this is kind of the setup that they're going with, I guess. This is what I've thinking that they're doing with it. They're doing a setup like he's back in time, and that eventually he will, when they can gather up enough money to get what's his name, Scott Bakula, when they can gather up enough money and they can have him cameo, they'll send him back home. And that feels like that's what it's all leading up to, doesn't it? Yeah. With the callbacks and everything, and them saying, "Where's Scott Bakula?" Or
that's the whole reason why that's the whole reason why he went back in time without telling them.
That's the whole reason he's really back in
going
time,
to go
so he can find Sam Beckett and get him back home, and then he can be the new hero saving other people.
Right. It's I don't know. I'm gonna keep giving it a chance. We'll see. But right now it's getting 2 out of 5 koofies from me. So
my wife is hating it. She's like, even the worst episodes of Quantum Leap are better than this. Facts.
Man.
It's funny how but Top Gun Part 2, that was one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh yeah.
Now they get nostalgia right with that one.
Yeah, they did.
They get callbacks and the present day, like the present day airplanes and the present day, stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't mess that up by going overboard with any kind of nonsense. It was all really nice.
Yeah, Jabari says it used to be hilarious when he went into women's bodies.
Yeah,
man.
And that was a liberal television show created by a liberal. And every time Sam Beckett turned around, he got real excited when he became black. Remember that? He was like jumping for joy. He'd go and look in the mirror and he'd be like, "All right, here we go."
That's crazy.
That's what happened in the series.
But I'm gonna keep giving it a shot. So let's see. All right, let's get to the final. Hold on, we got Hunch the Dirty Roofer, and he's saying, hey, if y'all like Quantum Leap, check out the book 1632, written by a couple historians. Imagine the town circa mid 2000s, sent back to 1632.
I watched that thing. I mean, read that thing. I think.
Thurgenia, Germany. I'm gonna check that out. What's it called again? 1632. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, there's a story that I don't know if you saw it or not about the 1970s or 1980s where somebody claimed that they went back in time temporarily. They wrote about their little story too.
That's interesting. I know they had the whole, and we're gonna touch on that on Kufi on Tight with the Philadelphia experiment. Where that
a lot of
happened.
people are talking about that this week. Have you seen that? Have you noticed that?
What, the people talking about the Philadelphia experiment? I thought I know I brought it up when
You
in
wasn't
my
the
stream.
only one.
That's interesting.
It must be in the time sphere because
shit.
I pulled up my stuff and it was a bang of people talking about, and they were like, this week we're going to be talking about the PA experiment. And I was like, what?
Oh shit!
All
right.
at the same time.
Let me find out. Either they fucking stealing my shit, or it's all serendipity.
It's in the field.
Oh man, but yeah, y'all hear Jabari? Jabari said, "Get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. If you're new, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Please share the stream, please. If you're here catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Anyway, so let's get to the final story for the day or for the night. The January, that day in January, that committee on that day in January, they voted 9-0 to subpoena Donnie T. Oh my God! First, I want y'all to see this shit, right? I don't want no fucking sound. Let's turn that shit.
Man, he has so much. Wait, you know what? That man has so much inside information. He would tear that committee apart one after the other.
Matter of fact, I don't want y'all to hear.
They wouldn't want him up there.
Look at this. Look at this shit. I want y'all to look. You see this like previously on that day in January. Look at this shit. Look. They got a whole fucking intro with fucking banners and shit.
They're enjoying themselves.
Remember this, guys. All the world's a stage. They hired a television producer to produce this fucking sham.
Put on this good TV.
This fucking sham. And guess when they play this shit? Guess when they do these committee hearings? In the middle of the fucking day. In the middle of the day. You know why? Because ain't nobody really looking. Right? And then they get replayed later. Right? 3 hours. 3 hours of what? Nothing. So look at this.
Nonsense.
On Thursday, the House Select Committee investigating that day in January voted 9-0 to subpoena former President Donnie T for testimony and documents during its last hearing before the midterm elections.
What happened to that? What happened to that $1 trillion that one building is missing? What happened to that?
It remains
never investigated that.
It remains unclear whether Donnie T will comply with the subpoena. Political Reports Thursday's hearing considered the state of mind of the former president before and after the election, as well as the ongoing effects of Donnie T and others continuing to make false claims about the 2020 race. The Wall Street Journal reports.
So that's that state of mind. I noticed that in a lot of things, they kept on italicizing that, which that's gematria, and that basically equals 1018 in gematria. So that's a date to watch for. Mark your calendar. So there's going to be some kind of announcement for 1018.
Hunch says, it's in my backyard. Not my backyard, but it's about 20 minutes,
nearby.
20 or 30 minutes from me. There's still a couple of bunkers at Aberdeen Proving Grounds that have been sealed shut due to an experiment gone bad. DOD still won't say what they were working on. I feel like Aberdeen Proving Ground, they used to like set off bombs and shit up there and do some other shit. That's interesting to know. I wish I did know. I don't know. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. So, bruh. First off, they making it seem like this whole fucking hearing is some some legal impeachment type shit, right? I said this once, I'm gonna say it again. It's called double jeopardy. You cannot try somebody for the same crime twice. People, they don't even have the power to really subpoena him. Like, they can ask him to come, they can subpoena, but he don't gotta comply with it. You'll ever wonder why, when they were going through this whole impeachment situation, the whole impeachment ordeal, none of the people that they calling in these committee hearings showed up to the impeachment hearings or were called to, as witnesses or anything? You know why? Because they'd have perjured themselves. They'd have perjured themselves under oath. This whole thing is a sham. Again, just like they doing with Alex Jones to discredit Donnie T, to make his political capital, or hopefully to drop his political capital and to make him unsavory to voters. But in my opinion, it's doing the complete opposite. See, the funny part is, before I was like, yo, everybody got their mind made up on Donnie T. Like, you already got your people who like him and your people who don't. People that are going to vote for him and people who not going to vote for him. This ain't doing shit. This ain't going to do anything. All they trying to do is make him unsavory to where as though maybe the GOP goes, you know what, we're going to back away from him as far as like our candidate for 2024.
Yeah.
But this isn't going to help him. This is crazy.
That man is the people's champ. He's gonna get he's gonna get that nomination if he keeps pushing.
I want you to understand something, right? I don't know if it's still on Rumble though. We'll go find out. And I encourage you guys to go look at it if it is. Hold on. Where's my channel on Rumble? My content, is it here?
What did you put the poll up? Let me see the poll results.
I was just asking people to hit that like and subscribe button.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Okay, I got you. I was trying to see. I'm ready to start speculating on who's gonna be who's Donnie T's running mate. Who you got?
I think DeSantis might end up being his running mate.
You think they'll get along? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're doing some WWE shit. So look at this shit. It's still up on Rumble if y'all want to go look at my recap on the day 6 of the hearing. Right? That got my channel suspended.
Oh, over on the
tubes.
This thing.
Yeah, this platform.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the shit that I was talking about in here, guess every other fucking channel and they said the same shit I said the night before.
Yeah.
There was no misinformation or any of that shit. I encourage y'all to go take a look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so they're gonna make it seem like, oh, I don't think he's gonna comply with this the subpoena. I don't think he's gonna comply with it. And he doesn't have to. That's the funny part. They're gonna make it seem like, oh my God, they're gonna make it seem like, oh, he should be in handcuffs because he didn't show up. He don't gotta show up. That's the funny part, right? And that's what they're not telling people. But they count on people being dumb. They count on people being ill-informed and misinformed, right?
And they are.
Man, they are
ever.
I wouldn't show up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What day is it supposed to be on? What day that they want him in there?
Who fucking knows? Let's find out. Let's go back.
Tough to find out.
Let's find out.
But yeah, cause
I don't know. They do this shit once a month, right? So probably next month.
He would be roasting them in there. Maybe they got it scheduled for the Guy Fawkes Day. V for Vendetta. Remember the 5th of November.
Like this shit right here. Look at this. Look at this headline from USA Today.
Jesus.
During the day in January Capitol hearing, former Donnie T advisor Steve Bannon said Donnie T planned to say he won an election even before voting began. They all do. They all plan their speeches. They all have their I won speech, and then they all have a concession speech.
Hillary had the fireworks ready, right?
It's
Remember
like when the
Hillary had
fucking
the fireworks
right.
ready?
It's like when the NFL make the fucking Super Bowl champion shirts for the losing fucking team, and then they got to send them over to Africa.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Like this is fucking ridiculous. It's just a dog and pony show, people. Period. Full stop. They want to make this shit so relevant. It's so dumb. They know it's stupid that they put this shit on daytime TV. Once a month, I think, is when they do this shit. Don't quote me on that. Telling you. Long Tom Sun says Tulsi Gabbard's putting her bid in slowly. Yeah, she is.
I'm thinking that it's either gonna. So from my perspective, I think Donnie T is either gonna go with. I've got a couple names out. Tulsi Gabbard.
Okay.
That's because that's what she's done this whole about face with, to be like, that's the enemies over there basically with their ideology, and I'm done with it.
Right.
And then you got Tim Scott.
Yeah, I can see that.
So see,
I can
Trump
see that.
runs with Tim Scott. He sews up the rest of the. He sews up a lot of male votes, I would think, right? With that.
Right.
And who else? Kristi Noem is another name, and then DeSantis. I think those are basically the four names I would think.
Yeah.
Tulsi, Tim Scott, DeSantis.
Tulsi has
Kristi
political
Noem.
capital. Tim Scott has political capital. Yeah. And DeSantis has political capital.
Yeah, I can't see him going with anybody.
LP says Tulsi Gabbard has the meats. Y'all is crazy. Inside of the agent says she's so hot. She ain't bad looking. She is easy on the eyes, ain't she?
I remember why she got her little spot, but she was treacherous though. She was trying to just switch up teams when she thought one team was losing.
Derna got a good point. I think he should show up. He's way faster on his feet than them. He's fast like a boxer. He is fast on his feet. I don't think they're ready for that. I don't think they'd be ready for that. But
throw a wrench in the whole thing by saying, and I want to use this as my opportunity to announce that yes, I will be back. And when I'm back in, you're gonna be out of that spot where you're at right now. Then he rolls out, mic drop.
You know what I would do? I'd be like, he just plead the 50 and time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you know what's funny, right? They cowards because, matter of fact, I'm oh man, let me see if I can't find it. Let me see. Let's do this.
Yeah, Kristi Noem or Nikki Haley.
Nikki, no, I don't think
Punch is saying the other two, because it's probably going to be a female pick. Maybe if he doesn't go with Scott, it could be Tulsi. It could be Kristi Noem. Have you seen her? And Nikki Haley. Have you seen them too?
Yeah, I've seen them too.
Okay.
Nikki Haley was in his cabinet already.
Yeah, it might be if he feels like he can get along with them. Okay, it might be one of them too.
Let me see if I can't find that shit.
He's gonna go with someone I think that helps him sew up whatever area.
See. But yeah, so like when I first really started doing this shit, they might have fucking buried these videos. Let's see if I can't find it real fast. I did it like when I first started making the videos and stuff like that. I did a video on the impeachment, right? Mm-hmm. And his lawyers, like they had a hard time getting out the blocks, but they was whooping ass like after like I think it was day 3. So just saying, I'm trying to find it real fast. I know I pushed them up a little further because I played them back again. Let me see. Let's see. Well, I'll look for this, y'all, but like I was saying, it's all a dog and pony show. You know what I mean? That's all it is a dog and pony show. They wanna drown his political capital as much as possible so that the GOP back away from him, because they know they can't beat him. They can't beat him, and they know that the hearings are a sham. They know that the hearings don't mean shit. They don't mean anything at all. they throwing this out here. Oh, we're going to subpoena him. They know he not coming. And I don't think it's a good idea for him to show up at all. Right? So they just doing it. No, he not gonna come. And if he don't show up, then they can say, "Hey, he's scared. He knows this. He know he did something wrong." Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what it is. They're gonna think this is their gotcha moment because they don't have anything else. They spending all of this money, right? Shit, where am I at? You spending all of this money for fucking nothing. And they gotta justify getting this money. They're not doing anything. If you guys ever noticed that the entire select committee is nothing but it's nothing but Democrats and 2 rhinos. There's nothing but Democrats and 2 rhinos, bro. I'm trying to make this shit move a whole lot faster. That'd be great. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. There's so much stuff, bro. You never realize how much stuff you got on your Twitter.
Well, it says at the top, however many things you did out.
Oh yeah, 12. I got 1,243. So it's coming up now.
Your tweets was what? Like, I don't know how many tweets you got out.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit, but like I'm in 2020 now, so I'm in 2021. So it should be coming up soon.
Yes.
Let's see. Wow, hold up. That sucks.
You gonna go check out the new Little Mermaid? You gonna watch it on the streams?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't like that. Did you watch that Aladdin? I didn't care for that.
what was it, Aladdin?
When the
the one with Will Smith in it,
right? And then after Will Smith did his little slappity slap of Chris Rock's face, then all of a sudden Will Smith has to appear in a slave movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like you want to get back in our good graces, huh? We've got a little something for you.
No, yeah, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, you're right about that.
Put on the dress.
Gotta put on the dress again, sir.
Put on the shackles.
You gotta. What was it? What was it in John Wick when he cut off his finger? What was he showing? Fealty? Is that what they called it?
I don't remember. Oh, I watched it at the theater. I forgot.
Showing fealty or some shit like that. I think that's what they called it.
Playbook. Hunch, the Dirty Roofer. Shout out to you, $5 super chat for putting up with me. Keep rocking on, guys. So appreciate you for being in here. You doing?
Appreciate you. You gotta get that Don DeMarco, sir.
Don DeMarco.
He said, I like Scott, but he needs to get some more Midwestern or further west. You don't want just one area of the country being repped. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited to see who he picks as his. He's gonna announce that he's coming back. You know that's in the works because that's what all these rallies are for.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna announce his pick.
I think they 86 some of my shit.
You think some of it's just missing in action?
Oh, that shit gone, bro. Like I retweeted them just so I could have them up, like just to bring them like up to the top. Them shits is gone. They got rid of them shits. That's crazy. That is crazy.
See what Jimmy Dossey said. This is the playbook. I never took them seriously until they went after baseball. What business did the Congress have going after baseball?
That is true.
Important.
That is 100% true. That is 100%
What was that about?
true.
That was about the PEDs?
That was like the Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa shit.
Yeah. I know I tell that story about the that Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris were on PEDs back in 1961. That's a story that nobody wants to hear.
That's the shit I don't understand, right? That's the shit I don't understand. They'll do that. Yeah, they'll this is a disgrace. Meanwhile, you fucking glorify fucking a superhero who y'all injected with quote unquote super soldier serum, which is just fucking steroids to go fight the Nazis. Y'all glorify a comic book hero, and then you
Captain America.
Captain America, and then you demonize fucking
Barry Bonds
because his head got big because he was fucking shooting up. Like,
yeah,
I tell people all the time, yo.
He was good prior to that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, steroids don't make you. It don't make you better. You gotta already have that skill set.
And they were super skilled.
Right.
Sosa was super skilled. Mark McGuire was super skilled. Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris were super skilled. They went and got into some juicy juice, and next thing you know, their numbers just going up through the roof.
Right, and that's the thing. That's it. All right, he can hit the bar a little further now, but you gotta be able to hit the fucking ball first. You gotta have good hand-eye coordination
first and foremost.
Right. Steroids don't make you a better running back. You gotta be shifty already. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand. It's like, come on now. But now it's like, who cares anymore? Y'all letting men compete against women now.
But they still care.
So now it's like, shit, all bets should be off when it comes to that shit.
Oh man, you had the Boston Strong event on your little timeline just then.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Half these fucking tweets, man. I'm still, who knows? This one's going back pretty far. Holy smokes. But yeah, I wish I could find. I just wanted to show it because it's like, and the reason why I wanted to show this video is because this is how you know they pump faking. This is how you know they capping. This is how you know they virtue signaling, because all these people that they want to call for these we got a bombshell witness. It's like, no, you don't, because if this was such a bombshell witness, you'd have had them back when the impeachment was happening. So y'all capping, right? In my opinion, y'all capping. Period. Let me see. So now, because you can't really try him as criminally, you can't try him criminally. So now all you can do is try to just assassinate his character, and that's all they're trying to do. That's all these committee hearings is for. That's all they're for. That's just hilarious.
Behold the Pale Horse books popping up.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. See where I'm at now. I wonder what Stacey G been on. I haven't seen her in a minute.
You haven't seen which one?
Name's Stacey G.
Who's that?
She used to be. She's always been in my streams all the time, and she always would retweet me on Twitter when I first jumped on. She cool. Haven't seen her in a very long time though. So sorry guys. Happy y'all bearing with me. Hopefully this shit is worth it.
Everyone dropping off.
I don't even know how many people in the damn chat anymore. Let me see. Is this it? Learn and Grow podcast? Dang, Hotep take a minute to roll out. Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
I was just thinking over looking at the numerics and stuff like that, trying to figure out what they got going down, because
they fucking killed. They got rid of that shit. That shit gone.
You think they 86'd your video?
They did. They gone.
What?
Yeah.
This team, Donnie T, he's basically on Team Jabari's people, right? And then you have like, these are all like, it's just like the five families in Godfather, really, when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got like one group that's like Team Global, and they got Billy Gates and some other jokers on their team, Buffet, and they're all related. You look at their bloodline and they're all family members. And then you got another batch that's like with old Joe Nicholslick and what's her face?
Yeah,
Billy C's woman. And it's like that's that team. That's Team Swamp People. So you got different factions, different families fighting against each other for political power and different ways of believing how this order should come about, how it should be done.
No, I feel you. They done got rid of my shit, yo. That's crazy. The videos
really get rid of it?
Yeah, because I pushed them up to the top, right? I found them and I pushed them up to the top. Them shits is gone. They're no longer there.
Did you see that I was spot on with that 10? I was explaining about it. That 10-6. I said that would be one of those mass events going down on that day, and it sure was. It was that horrible Thai event that went down. 37 or 38 kids killed in that daycare.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I've been saying since 2021. I said there would be another event going down on 10-6, 22, and it did. It was that. I didn't have any idea what spot it would be at, but I knew it would be an event. Now, when I say the 18th, I don't know. It looks like it's probably going to be some kind of announcement. The 26th is going to be something else. The 5th is our November. Is that remember the 5th of November?
Yeah.
And then on December the 6th is another important event. That all those dates I just listed off follow gematria synchronization. Some of those are going to be announcements, and others are going to be probably either that November or that December is going to be something pretty bad event-wise. And
yeah,
that's what it's because they got it. They're coming up on the midterms. The midterms is what day? It's going to be on the 2nd or something like that.
Yes.
The 4th or whatever.
The 8th, right? November 4th. November 4th.
November 4th, right before that V for Vendetta day.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's go down.
But that's the funny part, right? Nobody's you seen them burying it real quick with Nickel Slick out here, right? Nickel Slick out here trying to coerce Saudi Arabia and don't stop the oil production until after the midterms. Like, come on, but nobody says nothing about it. Right?
Well, they say you do realize that a president has no authority and get the heck out of here over the gas prices. That they say that they pop up with that nonsense every now and then.
Right.
After claiming otherwise, they'll claim otherwise until it doesn't work for them, and then they'll switch it up.
Yeah, and that's because let Donnie Tia pull that shit. Let Donnie Tia pull that shit. Is it right here? They'd have fucking hung him. They'd have hung him out to dry. Straight up. And people don't want to admit that. No one's above the law. Remember that they kept saying no one's above the law. No one's above the law. No one's above the law. Is that true? Is that what y'all really want to? Y'all really want to stand on that, right? Because I don't think it'd take a rocket scientist to see the hypocrisy and the double standard, right? I don't think it'd take a rocket scientist to see that. Shit is crazy. It's sad that we got to deal with that. Let me see.
A Long Tong said that the midterms is 11-8. That makes sense because it's like I was saying.
So it is the 8th.
Mantra numbers.
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do you appreciate? And that's how the events always spell out. What the heck are we always talking about that day in January? What day was that? Mm-hmm. It always falls in line with the same stuff that I've been saying all along since forever. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's how they schedule out these things to go down, and then that's how they operate, or they pop up, whether organically or manufactured. Who knows? A little of both. Sometimes I'm not really sure. But midterms is November the 8th.
Shit, I might have found them.
You feel like you found it?
Yeah, I might have found them. Let me see.
Drink down this energy drink with the candy apples. This is gonna be a wild night. I'll be. Are you gonna go vote in this nonsense, or are you gonna leave it alone?
Bruh, I don't even know. I don't even know no more.
You haven't made up your mind whether you're gonna go?
I mean, I need to for Maryland. I definitely need to do that. Thing is that the guy in my district, Kwesi Fume, is running. He's running uncontested.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nobody for me to vote for that's going to give him that could oust him, right? And the funny part is that I know Kwesi and Fume personally. He's a great guy.
Yeah, you met him?
He goes to my church. He's a great guy. He's a really good guy. He's just his politics I don't agree with. I don't agree with his politics. Just period, full stop. They 86 my impeachment videos.
He's in the streets though, where he needs to be though, isn't he? He's amongst the peoples a lot, right?
I mean, yeah, I'll say that. So like he's in church every Sunday. Mm-hmm. Sits in the same place. He don't just come because it's election season. Like he's there. That's who he is. He's a genuine guy, right? Even Kimberly Klacik had to admit that he's a genuine guy. But what he believes, as far as politics is concerned, is what he believes. You know what I mean? So like he wants to come after the guns and all that other shit. But that's how he genuinely feels. It's not a grift. You know what I mean? So, but he's running uncontested for the most part. So I can't even really, it's nothing anybody can really do because there's nobody running against him. Yeah. Right? And then he has the name, the political capital, like I said before.
Right.
He's
known
star
nationwide.
power.
He's known nationwide. He's a big name.
Right. He used to be the president of NAACP, and he was he was a congressman decades ago, and now he's he had a scandal around his name back in the day. You know what I mean? From what I heard, but he's gotten past that. It's like nowadays, who doesn't have a scandal? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had a national commercial. He had a national commercial that aired in the
I can't find that shit.
That came out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was talking over you or not. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
He had a national commercial that came out at the theater for that. We're talking about how do you pronounce his name?
Kwesi and Fume.
Kwesi?
Yeah, Kwesi.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's a big name, so.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
He would never lose his spots.
No, he's not. You know what I mean? Like his name was just as big as Elijah Cummings.
Yeah,
if not bigger.
Kim K was going up against him.
She came close. Yeah, she came close. But yeah, long tongue. He's right, Cannon. We need that governor vote. Maryland looks scary. We had a rhino. Now folks are looking. Yeah, you're right. Because Hogan, I don't think he's not running this year. Our mayor here, he was a Republican. A governor. Excuse me. Our governor was a Republican. He was a rhino, but he was a Republican. Now he's not running anymore, and everybody's looking at this other guy that's a Democrat, and it ain't looking good. It's gonna be interesting. So that's another reason why I do need to go out there and vote, which I probably do get out there and vote. But I don't know. I gotta find out who he's running against. Because like I said, Hogan, he's the incumbent, but I don't think he's running. I think he got other plans. I don't know if he's gonna throw his hat in the ring for president, which I think would be fucking stupid. But whatever. But anyway, I can't find it. But just to make it, just to tell you what, like during impeachment, Donnie T's. If I find it, I'll repost it on Twitter, or I may throw it on YouTube just so I can put it up there.
That'd be cool. I'll check it out.
Donnie T, his lawyers just scorched the Dems at the impeachment. Scorched them, right? Dang, I wish I had those things. Anyway, it was a sight, bro. It was a sight to behold, bro. Like scorched them, and to the point where they wouldn't bring out any witnesses. They wouldn't bring out anybody that they wanted to give testimony because they were afraid that his lawyers were going to make them look crazy and they were going to perjure themselves, because they would have. But the funny part is that now they got these people on this hearing where nobody's going to ask them any of those questions to the contrary, because there's no defense attorneys, or you know what I mean? There's no defendant in there. It's just, so having Donnie T subpoenaed, it's just symbolism. That's all it is in virtue signaling, bro. That's all it is. Anyway.
But that's gonna look. Donnie T's little group is gonna be a political dynasty for years to come. I mean, once that man is passed on, in the far future maybe, but the kids, the relatives, that name, that branding, everything is just gonna come back full circle for a lot of different things in a way bigger than anything that those old Bushes could or any of the other characters could, because I think a lot of people woke up to the scheming and the scamming. Where's all that money for Haiti?
What, the 14 billion that went missing?
Yeah,
bruh.
I mean, as much as people like to pretend that they've got their head in the sand all the time, I know they see that sometimes. They know something.
Yeah, of course.
As much as people like to brush things off and keep their blinders on, how can you not see some stuff though? Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, like, Handy Bob, he's over on Rumble. He says, my parents listen to Paul Harvey all the time. He said, we're in a natural ebb and flow of a nation in decline. Sad thing is, we have all the history to reflect upon to change direction, and nobody really cares enough to do. He also says Haley and Nome are rhinos, which I do agree with him on that. Tulsi wouldn't be bad from a political standpoint. Rand is the best choice. Rand Paul Rand Paul could probably do it, bro. I like him. Some people think he's hold on one second. Give me 1 second. But some people think he's pompous. I don't think so.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie Devotion. That looked pretty cool. See it mentioned in the chat. There's a movie coming out called Devotion. It's a Korean War movie about some Navy pilots. Definitely want to check that out.
My bad, I'm back. I heard all this. I heard all this noise. It's my dog.
Oh, dog, okay.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He just rummaging, and I'm like, what is he? Look, I guess he must have lost his ball or his bone. He's a lab boxer mix.
Yeah,
so
did you see
call him
about
like a
that
boxer
pit bull
door.
that killed the 2 babies? Did you see about that?
No, I didn't see that. That's sad.
That's sad. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the animals. Sometimes they get. Well, I mean, certain breeds, right, can get stressed out or something like that. I really don't know. My wife was like, how in the world did
cool.
dogs get to that point?
So he's saying Trump back candidate Dan Cox. Okay, I'm gonna look into him. Have you guys seen the trailer for the movie Devotion coming from Tom Cruise Skydance next month? Looks real good, and the book was top notch. I gotta check that out.
I definitely want to see that. It's PG-13. It's got a pair of Navy pilots fighting the Korean War. It looks really nice. I know Christopher Nolan, who did the Batman stuff and all that other really
Inception,
good stuff like
that. Yeah.
He got a movie Oppenheimer or something like that coming out.
Robert Oppenheimer? Is that what he's talking about?
You said what?
Is it Robert Oppenheimer or something like that? Or
the Oppenheimer story?
Is it
about the? I think it takes it back to World War II, or doesn't it?
Oh, I think I might got a oh shit! I got a copy of it. Hold on.
Copy of what?
Let me see. The video I was looking for. It's still on my phone.
Oh, you finally found it.
So the early times, like I was doing videos, right?
Yes.
It was all from my cell phone. I did everything from my cell phone. Editing, everything went through the cell phone because I ain't had none of this whole setup. So, I appreciate you guys still hanging with us. We just talking.
But
I'm about to.
like sitting over here accidentally flexing on y'all, and I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to grab my water.
You was flexing, yo.
I wasn't trying to. I was reaching for my water or something.
Try to hit him with the flex.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
see.
what it looked like in the cameras.
That to, ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so I think all of these hearings, all they're gonna do is make Donnie T stronger, in my opinion. I don't think he should go if they subpoena him. However, I think Derner's right. I think he's too quick for them. He's too quick for him. He might make them look foolish. But see, they got the power of television. And they already gonna have shit already ready and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? They already putting shit, editing stuff out of context, right? You know what I mean? They're not gonna let him. Because if they do this, it's got to be live. They got to do it live. Period. Full stop. You can't let them do a subpoena him and he go answer questions and then they come back and do their little bullshit TV show and they done cut and pasted shit. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's what they want to do. That's why Steve Bannon and the other guy from the Oath Keepers like, no, if we're gonna do this shit, we're gonna do this shit live. You feel me? Yeah. So it's gonna get interesting. Is this it? Let me download it. Boom.
Oh man,
yep, that's it right here.
Like to see what they got going. You got it loaded up.
Yeah.
Ready to rock.
Why is this? There we go. Let me turn this on. All right, let's do this. All right, guys, here's the video. Matter of fact, we gonna end on this video. I appreciate you guys hanging with us. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon, and let you know when we got new content coming out. Please share the stream. If you're here catching the replay, leave us a comment. Let us know how we doing. Feel free to follow us on Rumble and on Twitch because we're streaming over there every time we go live on YouTube. We're streaming there as well, just in case we get 86th over here. For Jay and Cannon, it's Cannon Hotep saying stay safe, stay well, stay strapped. Don't fall for the sham, folks. Don't fall for the sham. All right, let's go. Let's get over here to it. Time and peace and change. Holy
3, jump!
So the Dems tried and failed again with another impeachment, wasting more taxpayer dollars. Guess y'all ain't getting that $1,400 now. And just like last time, their entire case was based on hearsay, trying to use tweets as facts and evidence. But Trump's team was ready for him. They was like, y'all got the right ones today. We're gonna carry y'all out into this deep water today.
You got the right one, baby.
The Democrats must have forgot their floaties or something. So Trump's defense team, they masterfully and strategically just dismantled the Democrats' whole argument, even catching them in the act of altering and trying to tamper with tweets and other so-called evidence. Yeah, we looking at you, rascal. Then they thought they could regain the upper hand by trying to introduce witnesses into the case. I guess that's until they realized they didn't really have no witnesses. Then you see them really get desperate. They start reading testimonials and tweets from other representatives. I thought they were up there reading Yup reviews. Next thing you know, Trump's acquitted of all charges. Two-time impeachment champ.
Donald John Trump be, and he is hereby acquitted of the charge in said article.
Hopefully the crazies is done with all this Trump stuff. My question is, what they skate by us while we was paying attention to this whole impeachment sham? Anyway, it's Valentine's Day. I'm about to go spend some time with the wife. Y'all stay up. Hotep and Bill.